All right, here we go. So I got my stuff together, about to put the sand bed, put the plants and all that. We're going to transform this little dirty thing into something nice. So let's get started. So the first step I want to do is put some more sand in there, which I'm going to layer just a little bit so I can put a layer of mud on there. So let's see. Now you got to get your little aquarium mud. I put a good amount there, just spread it. The lady kind of jipped me off with how much mud it is, but it doesn't really seem all the way like Florida live mud. But we'll see how this goes. So let's put a layer of sand on top just to make sure everything's, holding. Scratch that. I forgot. I need to plant the actual plants. So let's do that first. All right, in my experiment right here, I have some seagrass, and then I'll put in, let's see, my mangroves too. So I want to plant those in there. So let's just put that in there one at a time, and then I have to actually figure out where exactly I want to put it. So I have to think a little bit to kind of see the landscape I want to put. All right, for now, which is some ulva and some hypnea stuck on top of the mangrove, and I have to consider the water level I can do too, because I don't want the mangrove to be underwater at a certain point. Then I put the seagrasses in there, so now I just have to throw some sand on top just to kind of bury things around, and then the root system will go under everything, and then we'll have a nice little tank. So let's start. All right, a little messy, but you just pat it down just a little bit so there's no cracks. Start adding water, and we'll see what happens after that. Now let's see if I can balance this. So you get like a little cup or whatever, glass, and then you just pour it in there so the force won't disturb the sand, and everything will go smooth. And once you get to a certain point, you can kind of use your hand or whatnot, but I'm gonna keep pouring. And I'm using water from my tank, my bigger tank, my 20-gallon, which I need to clean a little bit anyway, so I need to just throw some of that water in here and put some more fresh water because the salinity is pretty high. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to add some tank water and some more fresh water to balance things out. And then I'm actually going to add some fish. All right, so after that, take out the bowl. I turn back on the heater, and it's a little dirty still. I can see like debris and stuff in there, so I might just put a little filter on there just to make it look crystal clear. And I have that one on my other tank. Put some more filter floss on there, and let's see what happens. All right, got a old hang on the back filter with some filter floss in there. You can see how brown looking the water is, but the only concern is the mangrove is a little bit over, but I won't be keeping this like that forever. And then I'm going to put my wave maker in there so it can kind of move around, and hopefully within an hour the particles are actually stuck in there and you can tell, but it might take longer, so hopefully not. But let's just do it for an hour or so and see how it goes. Alright, so put a power head in there, little Nero 3. Tried to put the rocks over there so to try to hide the what's it called, the heater, but I need to do a better job with that. Put a little rock or elevate it a certain way, or get a smaller heater, but I didn't want to spend any more money on it. But I can probably put a rock right in front of there so you just don't see that big old slab right there, which I have to find some live rock which is small enough just to fit right there. So let's look. All right, it's about 30 something minutes in. It's starting to clear up a little bit of the cloudiness, and I can, I tried to hide that. It's pretty good, and then put a rock on top, as you can see, and you really don't notice it at all. and the temperature or the salinity right now is 22.22, so it's still kind of low, but I will be adding more stuff to here, so I don't want the evaporation to be too bad sometimes and have a drastic swing that goes over 0.25, 26. So I might try to keep it at 23 at the most, just in case evaporation hits, and I can have some time to kind of react towards the swinging. But also phytoplankton may be dosed in here too for some of the other things that I'm putting in here, so obviously that will spike up the salinity just by adding phytoplankton, because obviously the salt mix, adding more salt over time, you have to take out a lot more water and and add fresh water to balance things out. So it's starting to clear up and it's looking good. I know I'll probably wait 30 more minutes or so just to let it go, so I'm gonna play a couple of games and I'll be right back. Alright, after more than an hour, I was too busy playing Apex, but yeah, it's starting to clear up and I don't want to drain it too much, and so it's pretty clean, and it's probably because the hue of light too that I have on there, but I do have another light coming, so I'm going to take this off. And actually the water is decent. And I was letting it warm up too. I did actually put some Genea and then a piece of photosynthetic sponge in there to see how it would do in this environment too. So let's take this filter out, put it back on my 20 gallon tank, and let's put some fishes in. Okay, so having a little trouble with that flow. It may be too strong for that, for the how low it is, so I may have to turn it down a bit. So let's try that. Alright, so I was having problems with this Nero. It wasn't connecting and it was just too strong, so kind of messed up the sand bed, stirred some stuff up, so whatever, it's still cool. And so you can see that it's about 6, almost 7 inch sand bed, so that's good enough. And so let's start adding the fishes in here. The water should be warm enough by now. It's been some more than an hour, so let's go. Well, they all hid. So we have some green mollies in there. There's one, brave soul, and the other ones ran behind the rock, maybe just scared because of the new environment. So we'll just give them a while to kind of clear out. But thanks guys for watching. I'll keep it updated for this tank, and I have to make another tank soon, so stay tuned, subscribe. Peace out.